So I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Hope you guys can hear me. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. Just wanted to jump on. So can everybody hear me first? I want to make sure the volume is where we need it to be. So can you guys hear me right now? Who listened 3 times in a row this week? And that's what I'm talking about here is that it's all about paying attention to the market. It's all about Uh, I mean, the thing about it, like somebody just put things as I just called out a couple of stocks yesterday. And Etsy and Mela not doing too good. Well, the thing about it is how could when you pick stocks, when a person picks a stock, right? And they look at the technicals, they look at the fundamentals, they understand what's happening, they understand the business reason, the opportunity. Now, why do you think that you're going to get it at the absolute bottom and it's going to go up the next day? You have to almost expect it. Let's think about this. If we're picking these stocks out before anybody else understands the opportunity, then wouldn't you expect it to go there? Nobody can pick the exact time that it's going to go up, right? Just like Mara, it's so many. I'm not even going to get into the amount of stocks that we picked over the past few years because it's been so many. It's been so many stocks that we've called out, and it did this exactly what happened. It's always somebody out there that comes out and said the next day, why is it going down? Right? You have to understand that a lot of times when you find stocks, you find that opportunity, you find that stock that could do well, or that crypto, or whatever other opportunity at all. Like even if you start a business, right? If you start a business and you're early before everybody else, before you start building it, before even the people know that they need the service of business, you're going to struggle at first, right? You're going to struggle at first, right? Just like with stocks. I mean, it's not going to be perfect every time, but people always come to me. And this is a lot of times where I kind of second guess even giving out stocks at all on social media, YouTube, or talking about this stuff because it's always somebody out there that comes with this. Well, I don't want to, it's not, why is it going the next day, man? I mean, I know a lot of my stocks I pick go up the next day, right? But the thing about it is that people always expect you to be not only right 100%, but right. They want you to be right about the stock going up. They want it to go up the next day, and then they want it to go up 400 or 500%. Or if it doesn't do that, then they get mad, and that's crazy. Somebody came at me early this morning, and they were saying like, "Look, man, you called out Ford; it's only up 20%. I mean, well, I thought it was going to go up more. The thing of it's 20% in a month, in 6 weeks. I mean, that's crazy, and that's the thing about sometimes I feel like I'm not going to stop, but sometimes it does bother me sometimes that people are like this. And it does make me kind of rethink doing all of this stuff. But then I think about how many people I helped, how many people I helped, understand these things, to learn, to grow, to make their own picks and don't depend on me anymore. Because that's the ultimate goal. That's what that keeps me going and that pushes me, right? So sometimes these few bad apples that talk like this are, it's hard. Sometimes it gets you angry, sometimes it gets you mad, sometimes it gets you frustrated. But you got to remember the greater good, right? There's a lot of people out there that do, that understand it, right? So I want to talk about a few things today. A little catch up on what happened on Strategy Sunday. We had 3,500 people on Strategy Sunday last night, which is the best. 37. I'm sorry, 3,700 people on Strategy Sunday live last night, which is a record, right? So this movement is growing. This movement is doing a lot of. This movement is moving forward, right? So we had a lot of signups with the mentorship last night also. We had a lot of signups with the CNC, and I have to shut down the CNC sometime this week, for a few weeks, because last time what happens, we got so many people in at one time, we had to spend a lot of time organizing the room and making sure people understood. So this is probably the last day I'm going to offer the CNC Discord. Now that's a group that we drop plays, we drop classes, free classes. We do a lot of things. We have a strong community of people who've been in there for years, who share plays with each other, encourage each other, help each other grow. And I'm probably going to shut that down this today or tomorrow for a couple of weeks. I won't shut it down. I'm not sorry. I'm not going to shut it down for the people that are already in, because I'm just going to shut it down to new entries, right? So we can make sure that the large amount of people who came in yesterday are taken care of, right? So even skills, what skills at right now? I haven't even looked at that one. Let me see. So I need you guys to do something for me. We got 900 people in here tonight, but we only got 96 likes. Don't you think that's a little ridiculous? You guys need to like this stuff. Like it and like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like you do to all the other channels that don't teach you nothing, right? So like and subscribe right now, right? We got 147. Now, you guys in here, it's 900 people in here. I only had 96 likes. That doesn't even make sense mathematically. I got 8,000 subscribers, almost at 10. I was expecting to get 10 by the end of the year, but I'll probably, at this rate, I'll probably be at 10 before the end of middle of this month. Good job. Way to take money off the table, right? So somebody said they sold their skills. That's what I'm talking about, man. Is you guys, we got to be comfortable taking gains. And that's the thing about it, man. That's one point that I constantly talk about. You guys got to be comfortable with taking the gains. And wherever it goes after that, who cares, right? Who cares where it goes next? Because if I buy a stock, it goes up 300%, I sell it. Now let the stock go. Let the stock of crypto go wherever. I don't care. I got my money. I move on to the next opportunity. I put it in real estate. I'll put it somewhere else. I'll put it, in some debt that I owe, anything like that, right? So let's take a look at these stocks. Then we're going to talk about SHIBA. Then we're going to talk about Meta, what could potentially happen to the stock. And then we're going to go on. I do have Twitch. Somebody says, I'm streaming to Twitch right now. Somebody says, why don't you have Twitch? I'm streaming to Twitch right now, right? Nobody ever watches me, but I stream to YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, and Facebook. Every time I go live on YouTube, I do it all at once. But nobody ever goes on Twitch, so I got like two subscribers on Twitch. So we got 1,000 people in here tonight. So we're going to talk about some great things. So let me see. Let me look at this for a second. Somebody says, "How do I like Armando?" I don't know what that means, but so it says Tycoon Army. Let's go. I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you. So I'm gonna save this live afterwards. So let me see. That's a good question. You gotta be comfortable with your gains and moving on. And so many people aren't like that. I need you guys to share this live. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe right now. Right? So let's move on. So let's take a look at Ocugen. Then we'll take a look at some other stuff. Ocugen stock. We called this out. What? God dang, it's up 20%. So let's take a screenshot of this, right? Because what do we call this out at? I forgot. Well, okay, somebody tell me when I first mentioned this stock on Strategy Sunday, what did I call it out at? I kind of forgot. I have to look into my portfolio. We up 20%. I think it was around the $8 mark, right? I think it was around the $8 mark. We called it out 3 weeks ago. It went straight up, right? So this one actually struggled the first few days, right? I called it 838. It's almost doubled, right? In 3 weeks? It's been about 2 or 3 weeks, right? But this is what we're talking about here. It's about understanding the market, because to call these plays out, and this is what we teach in the mentorship in my classes, is that to call this particular play out, I had to understand. Let me look at my notes from this play, because I keep notes every time I do Strategy Sunday, and I drop those actually in the CNC, so people have access to those notes. Let me see what my notes were a few weeks ago. So it was, I'll tell you exactly when I called it out. That was the bone token. That was before that. Let me take a look at these other notes. So it was, I think it was 3 or 4 Strategy Sundays ago. Let me look at it. The Sofi. No, that one wasn't. I don't think I had notes on that one. Pretty sure I did, though. Let me see. That's Sofi. That's Lemonade. Must have been farther back than that. Let me see. What did I talk about this stuff? I don't remember when I talked about it. I can't find my notes now. I got Evergrande. We got Sofi. So it must have been before that. Well, whatever. I can't find the notes, but I'll try to remember. So Ocean had a had a pending. Let me see. There was a pending, I believe, Ocean had a pending vaccine out for COVID or something with COVID, and there was a problem with the World Health Organization, right? So it went up about 40-50% the next day. It kept going up, and then the World Health Organization said they needed more. They needed more information, right? So it dropped, and a lot of people panicked and went crazy. But like I said before, that was an opportunity to buy. Anytime there's some like we talked about last night with Amazon and Apple, right? Whenever there's a temporary issue in a strong company, something that's why it's important to understand how business works, right? Because anytime there's a temporary issue in a strong company, people panic. And you got to remember the two emotions in the market are panic and greed. It's imperative that you guys understand that in stock market, in crypto. It's because whenever a news comes out like that, people will over panic. Just think of the market as somebody, people just go, oh my God. Think about the most panicky person in your family or in your friend group. The most person is emotion driven completely. That's what the market is. It's a panicky, greedy place, right? So anytime any little news comes out, people panic. Oh my God, is the company going down? I don't know. I'm just going to sell. And people don't know. They fear. They get scared. They just press the sell button, right? The market is a panicky place. So anything that happens, people rather than to think about it, they just panic and sell. But that's an opportunity for us to get in. That's an opportunity. That's why it's important to understand what business is, right? Because World Health Organization on last Tuesday, I believe, or last Wednesday said, look, man, we want some more information on this. Now, we're probably going to approve it. They're going to approve it sometime this month, but we just need a little more information. That's all they said. The stock went down 20%, right? Because people did not understand what was going on. They don't understand. They don't want to think about it, so they just sell. Drives the stock down, which is an opportunity for us to get in there. That's an opportunity, right? That's an opportunity. And that's why it's important to understand and find these temporary issues that are happening and take advantage of, right? So we got Ocugen. Sofi is way up. So let's take a look at Sofi. I want to take a look at that one too. Sofi is way up also. Now, I don't remember when did we call out Sofi? That's when we had the fintech one. So I can figure out that we called out Sofi. It was at $17, right? And I said it was and I'm looking at I got the notes here. I'll show you guys the notes I got on that one. Let me see. Here are my notes I took out on 9. What was it? 9. What day was this? This is 26th of September, which was this is longer than that. This is a new date. When did I take these out? Was it the 26th? Yeah, it was 26th September, about 5 weeks ago, right? At the time, Sofi was at 1764, right? I said it was a 3-month trade. It was a bunch of reasons why I came up with it, right? So now it's at 22. So that's about 40% up. 22, let me see. Let's figure that out. So it's up about 40% since then. So 17 divided by 22, let's look it up. 22 divided by 17, it gives us it's 30%, roughly 32, 33% up, right? So it's 33% up since the 2 week, a month, right? And the people, that's a lot of money, man. And I know with all the crypto and stuff like that and all these other things, you guys, some people are getting too familiar with these crazy gains, 300, 400, 500%, right? But the thing about it is that a normal stock market gain is 9% a year. And if somebody's running a mutual fund, they promise they can get you 10% a year. I mean, that people will but knock the doors down. It will be full before you, because 10% is a lot of money, man. That's a very, very good return. Go to the bank and put some bank money in the bank. They'll give you 1/3% return. Try to find 10% anywhere other than you doing the work. And that is, you're not going to find it, right? That's why you guys got to be understand how these Bitcoin scams work online, is that they promise these crazy returns, 500, 600, 700% in a week. And a lot of people sitting there Bitcoin, they just steal your Bitcoin because people don't understand what a normal return is. Anybody approaching you saying you can get over 20, it's saying you can get over 15% in any kind of investment, it's either highly, highly risky, or on the other side, it's a scam. So you got to approach that, or you can lose all your money, because a lot of people don't like using all their money. So you have to understand that. Well, I invested in an e-commerce company. We put my business partner put about 100,000 into it, but and they gave 20% return. But you got to remember that company can go under, and we lose all our investment. That's what you have to understand. 20% is a lot of returns. So you're making 30% in 5 weeks. That's over a year. 20% over a year, right? So I invested in that, right? People say, well, Armando, you can make this much in the market. I mean, we've seen you do it. We've watched you over the last 2 years. Now, why would you put money in a e-commerce company that's only going to give you 20%? Well, because you got to diversify. You can't have all of your money in one thing or in one industry or in one thing. That's why the other day I was on a panel, right? And I'm not going to call anybody's name out, but I remember somebody said in the audience or something, everybody talks about having 7 streams of income, right? 7 streams, right? And now there's a new wave of 7 streams of income. People tell you to have it in one industry, right? Well, you don't have to have 7 streams of income. You could have, like, for example, if I'm a software engineer, I got all 7 of mine in software engineering. Or if I'm in real estate, I got all 7 of my streams of income in real estate. Now, that's not good. And I'm gonna tell you why. Is because that's not diversification. Now, what if I'm a real estate person? I got 7 streams of income in real estate, and then real estate drops down. I'm done. My 7 streams of income is meant to diversify your streams of income. That's the whole point of me telling somebody to get 7 streams of income. Now, why would a person not put it all in one industry? That doesn't make sense. That's horribly bad. It doesn't make sense. And you should have your 7 streams in different industries. I don't care what anybody on Instagram tells you, man. I know people are saying that because it's easier. Because this is the thing about it. A lot of people on Instagram, Facebook, all these people online, websites, they want to sell you something. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't want to sell you something, because I do. But I don't put that above everything. Some people put that above everything. So it's an easier sell when I tell somebody you can have 7 streams of income in one industry. Now the person doesn't feel overwhelmed, and they're more likely to do stuff you're saying, right? Because it's telling somebody they need 7 streams of income in different industries. Sometimes a person feels overwhelmed by that. What? How am I going to do that? I can't do that. So then they just go, they close their ears to you and move on, right? But it's not the right thing to tell. I always try to tell you guys the right thing. If I lose followers, people don't want to listen or whatever, I'm sorry. I got to tell you the right thing. And I'm going to continue to say the right thing, even if I lose people, even if I lose followers, even if I don't make as much money. I'm saying the right thing. And it's not right. You shouldn't have all of your money in all of your streams of income in one industry. That doesn't make sense. The whole point of having multiple streams is diversification. Now, why would you have it all in one? You might as well go get a job and let the job pay you bonuses. Okay, you got to remember, at a company, you got 2-3 streams. At a company, you got your salary, you got your 401k they're adding to, and you got your bonus structure. That's 3 streams of income technically, right? So does that count as 3 streams? No, it doesn't count as 3. Because those 3 streams all come from one branch. Like somebody said, that's a good point, Yvette. It's one branch. That branch gets chopped off, you done. So that's technically one stream. You see what I'm saying? That's technically one stream of income. I don't care if I go to work, I get my salary. I got my stocks they gave me when I started. Now that's different because you keep the stocks. But let's say I got my salary. I got my bonuses I get every year. And I match my 401k. Technically, that's 3 streams of income, right? But it's all on one branch. So if that branch gets chopped off, they don't count no more. It's all one. It's what the branches are. That's actually one stream, right? So let's move on. So I want to talk about a few more other things. So we talked about those 2 stocks. I want to talk a little bit about metaverse. Then we'll talk a little bit about So what do I have on these notes here? So we're going to talk about, we're talking about SHIBA. So something happened with SHIBA over the weekend, right? So, which is actually, it may be a good, so some Reddit user was on people look at these websites all the time. Somebody was on like a Tesla website. Like I said, before we start, I want you guys to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and like this comment. Let's see how many likes we got, because I want to see. We got 580 likes, but we got 1,000 people in here. So we need you guys to like this. The likes should match as many people in here. We only got 500 likes, but 1,000 people in here, 1,100, almost 1,200 people in here. So I need you guys to like this content. I need you guys to subscribe right now. So let me see how many likes we got. I'm probably not even going to continue. We only got 680 likes. We need at least 100 more, right? Somebody says, what happened with SHIBA, good or bad? No, nothing's bad happened to SHIBA. We're just going to talk about what's going on with SHIBA. We got 720. We need 80 more likes, and we'll continue. I like holding y'all hostage with the likes. I'm a like hostage holder. I like got somebody with a knife at their neck, and I'm like, if you don't give me the likes, man, I'm not. I'm just joking. 758. 769. We need 31 more likes. Come on, guys. 775. We need 25 more. I need the likes, man. Well, I'm jumping off a bridge. I'm just joking. I gotta be careful with stuff like that, man. People be taking that serious. Somebody call the police. We got 800 likes. Appreciate you guys for that support. So let's talk a little bit more. And I need you guys to share this content. You don't have to do it now, but you guys, I would appreciate if you share it with your friends and family, post it on your Facebooks. I would appreciate that from you guys. I would thank you. I appreciate all the support you guys give me so far. But I want to talk a little bit about SHIBA. So some Reddit user was looking on the Tesla website, and they found in the code, which you can't see, but you can see it. If you right click on any web page, you go to view source. You'll be able to see some code, right? Code in maybe future products the companies are planning to add or whatever. So a Reddit user saw SHIBA on there as a payment method, right? So she put it up on Reddit last night, I believe, and everybody started to think that Tesla is preparing to add SHIBA as a payment method for their cars. Now, if this happens, SHIBA's going to go up at least 30, 40, 50%. And it's already going up right now. Let's see where it's at right now. It's already, now we talked about on Strategy Sunday about we were in consolidation phase, right? But what happened now is that consolidation phase has been broken. It's broke past that point zero. It was the resistance line was at 4066. Right now it's past that. It's at 71. So technically we're out of consolidation phase because that support line or that resistance line has been broken, right? If we look at the chart here, we go to like 7 days. That resistance line that was there was like right. Let's see, what was that? Right here. The resistance line was like right here before. So it's been broken now today. So we're over that. So earlier today was at 7.3. Now it's back to 7. Now the new resistance line right now is about 7.3, 7.4, 7.4, 0.74. Yeah, that's roughly 0.74. So in order for SHIBA to continue going up, it has to break the 0.04's 74 number. Once that happens, the next stop will probably be at 7.6, around 7.6. It breaks that, it's going to pass 8. So if this is true about Tesla, that's going to happen easily. We'll be back to the all-time highs, back to 8.04's 8.7 soon. So we got to watch it. So there's 2 resistance points. Remember, it's the 7.4, which we bounced off twice. Now, the third time it may break through. It'll be a triple top pattern. If it doesn't, it's going all the way back down to 6.04's 0.6. But if it does pass the 6.4. It has to get through it has to get through 4076. Gets through that, we're going all the way back to 9, right below 9. Right. So and then the consolidation is already broken. It broke last night. We were in it for a while, but it broke last night with that news coming to market. So SHIBA still has a long way to go. I still think it's going to do well, here in the future. But like we talked about Leash, Leash was a play that we called out. Now Leash is part of the SHIBA ecosystem, and now the SHIBA is like a trinity, like the Holy Trinity, I guess, right? So SHIBA works in accord with 2 more cryptos. One's called Bone. I know these are silly names, and this is one reason why I was like, I didn't want to listen to SHIBA for 6 months ago when I should have been listening to it. It's because the names were so silly back then that I just didn't want to listen, to be honest. I just didn't want to hear that silly stuff, right? But then, I looked into the technology, I learned more, and I'm like, well, it's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. So SHIBA is like the main coin, right? But it works in accord with 2 other cryptos. One's called Bone, which is not out yet. I encourage you guys to take it. Make sure you watch that one because it's going to explode. Make sure you know when it comes out. Make sure you jump on top of it. Make sure you do your own due diligence, make your own decisions if you want to buy it or not, because that one, if they release that anytime in the next 2 months, it's going to explode, and there may be an opportunity there. So Leash is already out, right? So Leash was actually going down when SHIBA had that big run over the last month, right? And I called it out 2 weeks ago on Strategy Sunday. I was like, look, man, this is an opportunity. It's at 1,700. I said, man, this is almost an obvious play, right? And we broke down why it was an obvious play. It was at 1,700. We called it out. So where we at today? We're at 4,000. So it's almost 237% return on people who listened to that Strategy Sunday and took action, right? And this is what we said. Well, it was like 2 weeks ago, I believe. Is Bone already out? I didn't know that. So I gotta research that, right? So we're up, it's up to 4,000, right? So we called this out at 1,700 because of its association with SHIBA. And now, if I'm correct, with SHIBA, when SHIBA reaches its full potential, you have to have Bone for it to work. You have to have Leash for it to work. Now, if that's true, then if all these people are holding SHIBA, the demand for those 2 tokens are going to follow SHIBA because you have to have it to work on the system, right? So this is the reason why we have to understand the underlying technology. Some woman came at me this morning, a young lady, she was a nice young lady, though. She came to me this morning and said she's a crypto expert, right? And this is what you guys got to understand is that somebody said, I'm a crypto expert. Well, I had a conversation where I said, how are you a crypto expert? Well, because I made all this money in crypto. And I said, okay, I acknowledge that you made a lot of money in crypto, right? You did. But you can't go around saying you're a crypto expert because you made money in crypto over the last 2 years. You may be a trade. Now you're still not an expert. Maybe you're good at trading crypto. But crypto, that's like saying I'm a car expert because I sold the most cars at the dealership last week. So now I'm a car expert, automobile expert. Now, no, you're good at selling cars. You're good at selling cars, you're making money, but you're not an automobile expert. And that's what a lot of these people are getting confused about, right? The thing about it is that you need to understand what crypto is. Crypto, we buy and sell it. We make money on it. But it's like an iceberg, right? We look at an iceberg. We all know the saying, it's a cliche that 90% of an iceberg's mass is below the surface. Now, we may see the tip, but that's how the Titanic got sunk. They didn't know what was below it. So with this being said, is that that's how crypto is. Most people only see the top, right above the water, and that's where the money's at. That's what we trade. But most of the mass is below the surface, right? It's below the surface. Crypto is a technology that's in some aspects is very advanced, very mathematical. It's full of cryptology. I mean, this is not like something that a lot of people think they understand. You don't understand this. I went to college for 6 years. I studied in grad school. I studied cryptology. I was a subject matter expert for CompTIA in software security. It took me years to get to the point where I can confidently say I'm a crypto expert, right? I won several awards. IBM, I won an award by IBM last year. I won awards overseas. I won awards by, in Benzinga. I've been published all over the world in newspapers and in Hackers 2600. For somebody to say, look, I'm a crypto expert, you're good at trading crypto. That's the difference. You guys got to understand this, is that crypto is a technology. It's not only something we make money on, right? And to understand this on this level, it's not hard to understand it on, like as much as we need to know. So I encourage you guys to try to understand these things a little more, because you're able to see some of the opportunities that are there. That's how I was able to see Leash was an opportunity, because I understood that it wasn't that, like, I didn't have to have all my education to understand that. It wasn't that hard. I researched it, read what it was about, and said, oh man, you have to have a leash to be able for this system to work. Now, why is nobody buying leash? That's weird. Then I looked into it more and I made my prediction. Now we're up 230%, right? But it's pretty easy, man. You got to just understand that it's a technology and research it like it's a technology. Research it like you would be if you were investing in a technology firm. Right? If I'm going to invest in a tech company, I'm going to look at the technology, figure out why it's going to be fundamentally changing, why it's going to change lives, why it's needed. Then I'm going to invest in it. That's how we got to look at crypto. Now, why do we need this crypto? Now, if your friend telling you, oh, just buy it because it's going to blow up, that's not a good reason. You need to know why. Now, it may blow up still, meme stocks and all this stuff. But for long-term gains, man, you got to understand why. Now, that's why I took a second look at SHIBA. I understood it a little bit better, and that's why I'm at where I'm at today with SHIBA, right? And that's another thing somebody asked, will SHIBA be in Robinhood, right? So if SHIBA gets added to Robinhood, that's something else I want to talk about. Now, for those you don't know, is that, let me see, is that Robinhood is giving away Dogecoin. Robinhood just started a partnership with Burger King, and every time you buy a hamburger or something, they're going to give you some Dogecoin. I think that's a bad sign for Doge, man. It's almost becoming a gimmick, right? Now, I don't really like that promotion, but I guess that's what they're doing, right? But on to Robinhood is that if they Robinhood is losing ground. You're right. So they're doing these stupid promotions like this to try to get some. When a company's failing, they start doing stupid stuff. But back to what I was saying is that, Bone, man, people, I'm telling you, man, this Bone is going to shock some people, right? Let's take a look at that. See where we can buy it at too, because I'm going to show you guys, for you guys that just, it's pretty, like, people always ask me, how can I buy this stuff? It's up 11%. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of opportunity here, man. So we go, like, people always get mad. Like, somebody wrote me this morning, you told us about leash, but you didn't tell us where to buy it. Now, the thing about me is I'm not going to hold your hand on this. I'm going to tell you, but I can tell you, if you want to find out how to buy any cryptocurrency, you go and you search for it up here, put Bone up here. It's easy. And you have a tab down here called market. You click that, gives you all the websites where you can buy this coin at. Right? We click on it, like we go to SHIBA Swap. We go here. The website is there where we can buy this coin. Where's that coming up? Oh, there we go. So here we go. So we connect our Coinbase wallet. We can buy anything we want. Somebody gonna put some money in the Bone. I haven't really actually bought any Bone. I wasn't aware that it was available. But now that I know it's available, I'm probably gonna buy some Bone later today. I'll post it on Instagram when I do it. Where is it at? How long has it been out? Is it just came out? I completely missed this one. I know I wanted to watch it. It's been out what? Well, it's been out for like September 18th. Yeah, I got to get this Bone, man. I'm going to get it today. Work on getting it today. I may put a good amount of money in it. But yeah, bone is yeah. So I would look into that UVs because it's gonna blow up. Because look at it, it's already what it's ranked 835 now. So look, let's just say it gets on the first page. Now, let's do some math calculations here because I want to see you guys see the potential here. That's why a lot of times risk versus reward. Sometimes risk versus reward, you look at certain opportunities, risk versus reward, right? So the risk, I put $1,000 into this. I may lose 1,000. I mean, you could, 50-50. But the gain, let's just look at the possible gain here. Let's say right now, where are we at? Let's look at the market cap, right? So we got a fully do the market cap, we got 810 million, right? Right. So let's say I'll bring up my paint right here. So you guys know I'm a beast when it comes to paint. We got this whiteboard here. And we're gonna let's take a look at the market cap. So we got bone token. We're gonna put it up here. Bone token. Right now, the bone token market cap is $810 million, right? So let's take a look. So what the price of a bone token is what? 311? That's what we had. It was at 316. That's one bone. Price at 316. Let's make this green. So let's say it got on the first page, right? So let's take a look at all the cryptocurrencies. Let's look at the market cap of the last one. So we got 100. So 100. The market cap is $1 billion, right? Let's say it gets up to like 50. Let's go a little higher. Let's say like 50. Let's say it just gets to 50. So $3 billion, right? What is that? It's eCash. Let's compare it to eCash and say it takes the 250 mark. Or let's say it takes the 50 mark. I'm sorry. So that's the current market cap of eCash. So we got 3 billion. So it's pretty easy. We take this. So if we take off the say we take off the thousands column and the hundreds column, we get 810. So the 810 million, right? So we do the same thing here. We take off the hundreds and the thousands. We got 3,000. It's really 3 billion, but 3,372 million, right? So we want to figure out what happens if we divide those two. So we take that, we say 3372 divided by 810 gives us 416% gain. 416%, we times that by the current price, which is 316, it puts us at a price of $13.15. Target price. Boom. That's not even like best case scenario. That's just like if it gets to 50. If it gets any higher than that, it may be at $20, $30. Right? So this is what bone could possibly get if it got to the 50 mark. Right now it's like an 800. So if it got to 50 And the market can keep going up too. So we can see it at $13, $14, $15 here pretty quickly. Let me look at the questions here. All right. So yeah, so bone token, like that's you can lose your $3, but you can also make 13. So in that kind of case, risk versus reward wise, yeah, I throw 1,000 into it. If I'm right, I make $5,000. I mean, $4,000 profit. If I'm wrong, I lose 1,000. Well, something like that, I'll throw a few thousand into it, see what happens. So I need you guys to, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Right? I need you guys to like this video, right? We only got 943 likes, but yet several thousand of people have already been in here so far. I need you guys to like this video if you haven't already done it. I need you guys to subscribe if you haven't already done it. If you don't already follow me, I'm sorry, you don't already follow me on YouTube, I'm sorry, Instagram, it's Tall Guy Tycoon, just like it is here. If you're interested in the CNC Discord, text the word CNC to 888-709-2614. That's where we drop a lot of these plays at. If you're interested in the mentorship, text the word mentor to 888-709-2614. And if you don't want to miss any of my lives, text the word tall to 888-709-2614. He says, what site are you on? Nah, somebody says, can you see who disliked your live? Nah, people be disliking it. That's okay. Any attention is good attention. So I even appreciate the people who disliked it. Somebody put some alternatives to Coinbase. That's a good list there. Sarita. So, So like I said, I hope you guys have a great day. I appreciate you joining this live. And like I said, people in the CNC, I'm going to drop some plays later on. If you want to join the CNC, like I said, this is the last day, more than likely. And then we'll be closing it down to new people for a week or so till we get everything up to speed. So like I said, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining.